Hey developers, welcome to Devcovery. Today, we're bringing you the hottest open source projects trending on GitHub, so you don't miss any tech developments worth your attention.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a trending project on GitHub, Lightweight Charts, a library from the experts at TradingView for creating high-performance financial charts. If you've ever struggled with clunky charting tools, this project delivers a smooth, responsive experience built purely on HTML5 Canvas. It's gaining hundreds of stars for a reason, and we're about to explore why. How can a web page packed with dozens of interactive financial charts actually load faster than a simple page with static images? The answer is found in a very specialized rendering philosophy. And that counterintuitive idea is exactly what makes the open source project Lightweight Charts from the team at TradingView so interesting. Lightweight Charts is a high-performance library for creating financial charts with TypeScript. It's specifically designed to solve the problem of bloated, slow-loading charting tools by being both incredibly small and extremely fast. The project has already racked up over 14,700 stars on GitHub, and get this, more than 300 of those were added just today. It's also been forked over 2,200 times. That kind of momentum shows just how much developers in the fintech world are taking notice. The core problem this project attacks is performance. Traditional charting libraries are often massive, feature-rich packages that can seriously slow down a web page. This is especially bad for user experience on dashboards that need to show multiple charts at once. For a long time, developers faced a tough choice: either use a heavy, all-in-one library and take the performance hit, or just use static, non-interactive images to keep the page snappy. Lightweight Charts says no to that compromise. It achieves this by focusing only on time series data and stripping away everything else. The philosophy here is that a dynamic chart shouldn't be a performance bottleneck. In fact, it can be even more efficient than loading several separate image files. So, how does it achieve all this speed? The secret is in its rendering engine, which works directly with the HTML5 Canvas. This approach completely bypasses the performance drag of managing thousands of individual web page elements, a structure known as the DOM. Think of it this way. It's like a painter working on a single canvas, instead of a collage artist trying to arrange thousands of tiny paper cutouts. This canvas-first method is the secret to its speed, because it renders the entire chart as one single image. As a result, updates from user interactions like zooming and panning are incredibly fast, but it doesn't stop there. The library also uses some clever rendering techniques to squeeze out even more performance. First, there's viewport rendering, which means it only draws the data points that are currently visible on the screen. Second, it uses layered canvases. This separates static things like the background grid from dynamic things like the crosshair. So when a user moves their mouse, only that top interactive layer needs to be redrawn, not the entire chart underneath. And to tie it all together, the project is built with TypeScript. This provides strong type safety, making the API more reliable and easier for developers to integrate. In the real world, this library is a perfect fit for fintech applications that display real-time stock or cryptocurrency prices. It's also ideal for developers building data-heavy dashboards, personal portfolio trackers, or financial news sites looking to swap out static graphs for something interactive. And getting started is surprisingly easy. The project offers a clean API with simple functions like create chart and add series. You can install it through the npm package manager or just load it directly from a CDN. This makes it simple to drop into almost any web project with only a few lines of code. I don't see any text to convert. Please paste the text you'd like me to convert, and I'll apply the number to spoken word rules. Of course, no project is perfect, and Lightweight Charts is no exception. The biggest trade-off for all that performance comes down to accessibility. Screen readers can't interpret the visual content of a canvas element, which makes these charts unusable for visually impaired users. Another point to consider is deep customization. While the plugin system allows for some changes, truly tailoring the chart requires a solid grasp of its internal rendering pipeline, which can be a steep learning curve. And finally, there's a potential long-term risk. The project's development is heavily tied to the business strategy of its single corporate backer, TradingView. In the end, Lightweight Charts offers a masterclass in focused engineering. By sacrificing a broad set of features for extreme speed and a minimal footprint, it provides a best-in-class solution. It solves one very specific problem, and it solves it incredibly well, displaying fast, interactive financial charts on the web without paying the usual performance penalty.
That's all for today's Devcovery. We hope these GitHub trending projects spark some inspiration for your development work. You can find all the repos mentioned in the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow at the same time.